Morning everyone, welcome to a new week of maths, and this week we are moving on from fractions, decimals and percentages and going right back to the start of year 6 when we first looked at place value again. I know you do place value every year, but we're thinking particularly about the skills we practiced this year. So for a lot of you, it's going to be nice and straightforward, particularly today. I'm not throwing any curveballs at you today. So all I'm going to do in this video is just very quickly recap the principles of place value before you get on your way. So let's think, how are numbers made up? I think we're all confident. I'm going to work from the smallest value first, because that's how we build up our place value. I think we all know. We start with our ones. 10 times bigger is our tens. And 10 times bigger again is our hundreds. Okay, so those are our ones, our tens and our hundreds. Now if we keep going, we know we get into our thousands. Okay, but the first one is ones again. It's our 1000s, followed by our tens of thousands, and our hundreds of thousands. So we've got this repeating pattern. And if we move again into another chunk of 3, we're going to get into our millions. And again, the first one we're going to encounter is 1 millions, tens of millions, hundreds of millions. So really, we could describe these as ones. We've got 1, 10 ones, 100 ones, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Now, when we are reading numbers, it can get quite complicated when we've got a whole string of digits. So you know what we use to break it up and make them easier, to read. We use commas, okay? You only need to be able to read numbers up to 100, because then instead of the comma you say if we're talking about the thousands or the millions. So one example, I am going to say I'm going to break it down. Although we build our numbers, our place value, from the smallest digit, we read from the biggest. So the first chunk before our first comma, if we look, we're talking about millions. How many have we got? We've got 32 million. Instead of the comma, we say the word million. Then we've got 471. And we're talking about thousands. So we would say 471,000. And finally, in our ones chunk, well, we've only got 29, we've got no hundreds. So we've got the number 32,471,029. You can all do that. I know you can. And think very carefully when you're comparing. You're always working from the digits with the greatest place value when you compare. Because if you've got 3 in your tens of millions, so if you've got 30 million and another number's only got 20 million, which one has got to be bigger? It doesn't matter what's to the right of it, just by looking at the biggest, the greatest place value, you can tell. Then if it's the same, you compare the next one along. Right, nothing tricky, as I said, some straightforward which one's greater questions and some very straightforward word problems today. I will see you soon. Bye.